And so here's what it is now, and it is all about the flooding potential. We are now about 20 minutes away from high tide, and so there is, at least in New London County, and so the flood potential increases. I just spoke to producers telling me that Brooke Griffin has moved in her live shot location because you got to move to higher ground at this point because we're looking at 1.5 to 2.5 feet above normal flood stage. So with high tide, that's a problem. Winds, that's the uniform problem for the state, 40 to 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Now, later on, the cold front will pass, the temperatures will plunge, may leave us with a little bit of icing if you're traveling early tomorrow morning, but really cold air for the duration of the weekend. Now, look at all of the advisories still in effect for everywhere east of the Rockies. From wind chill warnings to blizzard warnings to flood issues, this storm has packed a wallop across the nation. We're looking at a wind advisory here until 7 o'clock tonight for the state. Wind gusts upwards of 45 to 60 miles an hour. The winds currently, this is not wind gusts, these are sustained 20s, even 33 in Windsor locks. Now here are your wind gusts, 25 to 45 mile an hour winds, and they will stay that high, if not even go a little higher down the immediate shoreline, looking at the potential for 50s, 55 mile per hour wind gusts later on today. That leads to a good concern, if not a great concern, of power outage potential, and it's not just along the shoreline, it's across the entire state. That's going to continue well into tomorrow. Here are your high tides. 8:42 in New London, 10:35, 2 hours from now in New Haven and Bridgeport. So you're going to want to stay with Fox 61 over the course of the next couple of hours, especially if you are on the immediate shoreline. We heard some bells earlier in New London, and that was a sign for the lower areas of the coast to get to higher ground. If you have that sort of alarm system in your town and you are watching on the immediate shoreline, you need to heed those warnings. There is a moderate concern for flooding as the Long Island Sound gets pooled up, just filled up with water thanks to that southerly flow. All right, so there's the wind, there's the rain. Now let's talk about the cold, and for that, we keep the team coverage going over to the other end of the studio. Here's Sam Perry. Good morning, Sam.
Hey, good morning, Matt. That's right. We have part two of the system to worry about. This is low pressure going up now to our north and west. Notice the lull here. We're just going to have a couple of scattered showers the next couple of hours, and then we're going to watch the cold front move in later on this afternoon. Now, put this into motion and watch very carefully here. And you can see how we're still in the 50s throughout this morning, a couple of showers. But again, the worst of the rain is over with. I saw as much as only 2.06 inches in Bristol. I'm saying only, but the good news is we don't have any more rain as far as accumulating rain. We could have another quarter, a half inch in some areas with a couple of showers, but other than that, we are going to start to cool off mid-afternoon, and then we're going to have little bands of snow flurries or maybe a heavier snow shower. It could coat the ground up in some of these hill towns, but that's not the issue. The issue is temperatures falling like a rock. You could see that by 6, 7 o'clock. I know a lot of you are going to be out driving around, a lot of Christmas festivities, shopping and traveling. Be careful out there because all of a sudden you might find some wet spots and things will freeze up in a big way here. Temperatures dropping. Let's talk about the wind chill. So we're okay for a while. By the time we get to 5 o'clock, it's already dropping down to 20. And look at this, by tonight, we get dropping down below zero. Look at Christmas Eve morning. That's Friday at 10. We're going to keep clicking away here and get to Saturday. And we're going to have wind chills down 10 below zero. And then on average, even throughout the day, we're going to have wind chill values anywhere from below zero in the single digits. So get ready. Again, Christmas Eve will be mostly sunny, windy and cold. Highs only 15 to 20. Wind chill values in the single digits to near zero. And then for your Christmas Day, it is going to be quiet but cold. Bundle up. Mostly sunny with highs in the 20s. How about your Fox 61 7-day forecast showing you the good news next week? If you don't like the bitter chill, it's not going to last long. We'll be cool, but by the time we get to the end of next week, it's going to be back in the 40s. Tiffany and Keith?